edit. That's gangster.
Welcome everybody to the Pull Up Experience Podcast Edition. Now y'all know how it is. We gonna go until the wheels fall off, and sometimes when you ride and the wheels fall off, you're gonna see a couple sparks. And today we got Rebere Sparks for you, from Sparks to Flame. Now, if y'all want to see how lit it can get, y'all definitely want to make sure y'all tune in to this episode here. Grab your notebooks, grab your pen, grab a drink if you need to, because you're finna laugh, you're finna have a great time, you're finna learn a whole lot when it comes to business. Now, if you don't know yet, this man sitting right here is the man when it comes to anything as far as a full-fledged growth experience. There's going to be conversations with his podcast that he does. There's going to be actual motivation and discipline through the athleticism that he helps us to build and train with. There's so much that this man does all the way until the day you die. He still got you covered with the insurance. Please believe it. Anyways, we're going to have us a wonderful time tonight. I really want y'all to pay a lot of attention. Y'all know, in Cleveland, we are all about the pull-up. Yeah, we're going to come and see you, but we're going to make sure we elevate you in the process. And this one right here, he going to be the one to do it for you every single time. So, without a doubt, how about you introduce yourself to our guest?
What's going on? How y'all doing? My name is Rebere Sparks, owner and founder of Sparks to Flames, LLC. Cleveland native. I'm definitely excited to be here on the podcast.
We appreciate you,
y'all
bro.
got two amazing individuals here. This is actually dope. You killed that. B won't play. B won't play. Yeah, so yeah, we here in Cleveland, man, having a great time. So, you know, we here sipping a little bit and getting ready to have an amazing conversation.
That's right.
And I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I actually just want to thank you all for allowing me to be on this show.
What?
And yeah, for sure.
No,
for
the
sure.
pleasure's
This
ours.
is the show. For real,
Yeah.
bro. Listen. You know,
Y'all heard it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all heard it. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah, this is the show right here. So I'm excited and definitely looking to have this conversation for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, so our biggest thing is putting entrepreneurs on. First of all, Cleveland is the city. Like, we really are full of, like,
it is
the people, so no, for sure. So we want to make sure we are making an introduction into the people that are actually getting to it. It's a lot of people that talk about it, but there's even more that are actually taking the time to do it and do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And not only do you do it for yourself, you pour into so many people and help to put so many people in different positions.
Right.
So how did that even get started for you? Like, how is it? Because everything you do is an act of service at the end of the day. And you really kind of transcend how you feel on the inside, and you push it into us, or you pull it out of us, however you look at it, and force us to be better. So how did you even get started with that?
Yeah, so with my company, I've always had, I just got an extreme passion for people. You know what I mean? That's just always been my thing, just people. You know, and I think I kind of like discovered that when I was like an adolescent. You know what I mean? Just having a strong passion for people. And then at one point in time in my life, I was like heavy in the ministry, and I grew even like bigger passion just for people. Just want to take care of people. And so when I ended up starting Sparks to Flames, I remember when I was a kid, I always wanted to start a business, but I never knew like what would the name be? And so when I was younger, I forget the name of the group, but my dad used to always listen to this song. It was on the movie Cooley High. Whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. Yeah. So the one part in the song, he say, he'd be like, I can't sing, so don't judge me. But he's like, yeah, some real remain. And he's like, and sparks turn into flames. Yeah. So So when I remember just being in the car, being young, and my dad would play that song, and I would always hear it. And I'm like, man, if I ever get to start a business, I'm gonna call it Sparks Flesh. My name is because my name is Rebere Sparks. Play off the last name. So, but you know what I love to do, man. I love to get back to the youth. You know, so one of the biggest things I do is athletic training. So coming up, my family, we didn't really have a lot of money to like invest into us and our sports that we were doing. And so it would be trips people would go on, like sporting events, training camps, and we didn't really have it to go. So I always wanted to be an individual to say, okay, if you see a young man or even a young woman that has the talent, but they just need the development, and someone that can like pour into them, I wanted to be that individual, right? So for me, I've put on camps that people get on me like, bro, you need to charge way more for this.
Yeah, because I was looking at it like, dang, he underpriced him like a
yeah, so, but no, I do that because, I mean, not a lot of people are going to do that.
Right.
Not a lot of people are going to, people, y'all be amazed at conversations I have with people that are like, bro, you need to be charging this for that, or you should be charging that for this. And I'm like, well, that kid may not have that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm going to tell that kid, they can't get what I'm here to offer, because they don't have the money that I'm saying I need. Yeah, I have 3 kids myself, and I need to take care of my, I need to take care of my family, but I figure out other ways. And it's all, it's about sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what can I sacrifice to make sure the other person is doing well? You know what I mean? Because I've had people do it for me in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's all about, for me, just giving back. So that's a huge part, man. I do that for the youth. I've even done that with adults. You get adults. True story. I don't know if anybody is on this live that can contest to this, but I've had adults come to me to be like, bro, like I need to get in shape. How much you charging me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, we'll talk about that. I just need you to meet me at the gym at 5 a.m. And I'm grinding with him. I'm grinding. Hey, bro, when you gonna? How much you gonna?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I got it. We'll talk about that. Just keep. And all I'm doing is really getting a kickstart.
Yeah.
Right, because the fitness aspect is gonna change the entire trajectory of their life. It's gonna change them at home, as an individual, so they marry in a relationship with their father, whatever they may be doing, right? This is going to help them, and I just enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really in it. I'm just fully transparent. I ain't really in it like for the money. I'm in it for like what it's going to do for your life. You know what I'm saying? So what can I say to you or do for you that's going to improve you? What can I say to you, do for you that's going to improve you? I'm not like, oh man, you need to pay me. Then I give you what God has gifted me to do. Yeah, man's gift make room for him, right? But at the same time, if I got it to give, what I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna give it to you because you can't supply. But I know you want it. I know you want it, but I'm gonna do you wrong and say you can't get this because you ain't got that $25 I need. I'm wrong. If I know I can change your life.
You preaching today.
For sure.
Preaching, bro. You preaching, bro.
So, because I do agree, transformation leads to the compensation. For sure, every single time when it comes to operating in your ministry and understanding what your gift is. And I love how you actually fostered athletes because it's a different level of focus and consistency that goes into athleticism, period.
For sure.
And I love how you do that with our youth because in adolescence, that's kind of where we're at least trying to find ourselves. Whether we actually do or don't find ourselves, that's when we first get the hint. Like, I got to figure out who I am as a person. And a lot of our daily routines are based on focus and consistency. Am I going to get this laundry done? Am I going to wake up on time to get to work and clock in on time? And whether people realize that or not, you force them into that habit. And habit building is such a hard process for a lot of entrepreneurs. So what have been some things with your customers that you're like, dang, I know for sure if I could at least get them to do this part, we got something. We can work with them. You ain't got to be the best person coming into this, but if you can at least do this part, I can roll. Like, is it showing up to the gym? Is it actually adding 5 more pounds to the weights? Like, what is it?
I'm definitely gonna make you add 5 more. you're not gonna escape that. You know what I mean? Like I have people all the time like, man, no, I can't do that. I'm like, no, you're gonna put it on 15. Just you can't do it. Then we gonna watch you do it together. You like, man, I did it. I'm like, I knew all along you can do that. You just said, right? No, but for me, something I do, I just need you. Do what you just said, just to show up. Show up, take me serious. One of my biggest pet peeves is when you're training a youth, right, and or individual, and they don't want to like listen. You understand what I'm saying? But you can see it in them. Like, hey man, like you can do this, right? So whether it's a young man, young lady, or even an adult, hey, you can do this. I just need you to do that. You know what I mean? So I need you to meet me at the gym. Right? Or I need you to do this particular exercise like I told you to do it. Or do this particular drill like I'm explaining it to you. I don't need no attitude. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no pushback. I don't need you to tell me you can't do it. Or I don't need you to tell me, hey, that might be too much. You understand what I'm saying? So I had a buddy of mine tell me the point of a trainer, right, or an encourager is to show you something, to tell you something that you can't see for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So obviously if I tell you, hey man, be right, I need you to put 25 more pounds on that. You like, I can't do 25 more pounds. That's because you can't see it. So I can see it, but you can't. I'll give you a prime example. my kids, right? This was dope. This happened today, actually. So I told my girl, I say, man, what can I do to create a little bit more discipline for the kids?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, I thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm going to make them earn the time that they spend on these Switches, these Xboxes, these phones, right? So I'm going to make them earn it. So I thought all night. I got up this morning, I worked out. And I'm like, what am I going to do? And I've been running like miles. I hate running miles. Yeah. I hate long distance running. I'm a sprinter. I'm a sprinter. So this time in my life, you would never like, it's amazing that I run long distance. But the reason I do it is because I hate it. And it's a challenge for me. So what I did today, it's roughly about 4 miles between my house and my mother's house. So then I did.
I know you didn't run.
I made them run with me.
What?
Yeah. And they're like, how much longer we gotta go? How far we gotta go? I'm like, we almost there. We almost there.
Right.
So we get finished and we going down the street. And they like, we at grandma's house.
Oh wow.
You understand what I'm saying? But if I would have told them, hey, look, you know what? We gonna run to grandma's house.
They would
have been discouraged. They would have been defeated. Like, we not doing that. The whole time they're thinking, our destination is grandma's house. Oh, wow. So here they are, 10 and 7. They just ran 4 miles. I'm like, what 10-year-old, 7-year-old, that's running 4 miles?
Right. That's good.
You understand what I'm saying? And so for me, it was like, okay, cool. And as soon as we were done, they're like, can we have our phones?
Aww.
So as we pushing it, they're like, Dad, how much longer we got? I'm like, you want to use that phone, don't you? You want to play on that Switch, don't you? You want to get on the Xbox, don't you?
You schooling me today.
You need to go ahead and roll this then. we got a little bit more to go. Well, you just said that. I know what I said, boy. Right. You gonna run with me though, flat out. You know what I mean? So, but now this is gonna be the thing now.
Yeah.
So now the expectation is, okay, cool. If you want, to get on the Switch, get on whatever, we gotta do this exercise. But it's also benefiting them. Yeah. So when they actually get deep into the sports, they're gonna be faster, stronger, bigger. Yeah. Their mentality gonna be like, what? Like, I can't do what? Yeah. What? I'm about to do what? You about to stop me where? No. And they're gonna be able to remember, man, I remember we ran 4 miles.
Right.
I was 7. I was 10.
Right.
What's this?
10 ain't nothing.
What's this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's creating these spaces for anybody. In this case, it was my kids. But like, man, you can do that.
Right. Yeah. Break down barriers.
You can do that. You can definitely do that. So that's if that answers your question.
Yeah, it did. Okay, I love it.
I'm gonna use my TDJs. And everybody turn.
If y'all have not been in his presence yet, I low-key feel like he is an amateur comedian. If you don't get abs from the workout, you absolutely gonna get it from that amount of laughs you do in around this man every time. He don't miss. For sure. Okay. So one thing I love about you is you are a people's person. And a lot of us hinder our start process because I don't know how you got the confidence or what it is that make you just walk in a room and own it, but it is tough for a lot of us. It stifles us to be able to speak. And although we all want to be heard, we all want to be seen, it's tough to orate or to just step in and kind of, like I said, you just walk in a room and own it. So how did you foster that? Because it's a skill that most people are still working toward.
Yeah. If I'm understanding your question, I'll answer that this way. Everybody has a different gift and a different ability. Mine is just happen to be that. Right? So I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and be like, look, man, like I'm just stepping into a room and I didn't work. I stay up 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna go to confidence. No, that's just my God-given right.
Yeah,
so my encouragement to people, you flex what your gift is. Your gift may not be to walk in the room and be okay with speaking with everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Your gift may be able to just scan a room and read people and see what somebody may need or it may be whatever it may be.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you shouldn't want to, I don't want to use the word covet, but you shouldn't want to I want to do what he doing, I want to do what B doing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest. I enjoy B's just he's silent. He's just like outside there, he just, and then when you get to know him, he open up, he cool, he is who he is. Yeah. But I enjoy the demeanor. I'm like, man, that's raw.
Oh God, don't get him started.
Bro, I'm serious. And even with you, you do the introduction. I'm like, that's cool. How you think on your feet like that? So I would just say, hone in on whatever your gift is. Yeah. Appreciate that. Be thankful for that, and then just sharpen that. You're 100% right. I have absolutely no problem talking with anybody.
Right.
and I'm thankful for it.
Yeah.
That's good. No.
I'm just thankful for it. I can go in, I can talk to whether you grew up in Pepper Pike or you grew up on 55th or you was on 71st and Woody Woods on it don't matter where you was at. I'm gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And I know how to meet people where they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I would say if you trying to work on being able to talk to people, people love to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
They love to talk about themselves, right? We doing it right now. I'm doing it. So for me, I tell people, people love to talk about themselves. Ask an open-ended question. And then follow up with this.
My bombs are, they take away y'all, but I need it right now. I don't got no books to give y'all some game.
I'm just stuck. And it ain't been 5 minutes.
No doubt. It ain't been 5 minutes?
No, it might
Cook and everything. Didn't glow with it. So for me, I say this. So people love to talk about themselves. So yeah, okay. So I'll give you an example. If I'm talking with you, or I'm talking with you, and then you just say, yeah, I like to skydive. I'm gonna say to you, tell me more about that.
Right.
And then you're gonna go in and why you like to skydive. And you're gonna stop somewhere, I'm gonna say, well, tell me more about that. And you talking about you. And before you know it, what you like if you're in a relationship, people like to be heard.
Yeah.
And once I know you hear me, I mean, tell me about you.
Right.
Talk to me about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, man, this person just heard me. They're actively listening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're really interested.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then I would say that would be a really good segue into just building and networking and learning more about people. You know, and don't be intimidated about people. I think we've all. I speak for myself.
For sure.
I don't want to generalize, but you know. I can say for me, I've been in a space where I've kind of like been intimidated coming up. Like, man, I ain't got that. I ain't got that. And I had to like battle that, had to overcome that. Like, man, no, man, like I got something
Facts.
here. Like, I got something to offer. You know what I'm saying? When I speak in schools sometimes and I speak to athletes. And one of the most powerful things I ever heard in my life was T.D. Jakes pointed out, nobody has the same fingerprint. None of us have the same fingerprint. It's like 6.8 billion people
That's good right there.
on the earth. And if I don't have the same fingerprint, that means I'm unique in my own way. That means I got something to offer. So when God made me, He made me dope. I'm dope. I'm dope. You may not think I'm dope. You may not think, but I was made dope. I'm dopely. Dopely is a word. I'm dope. I'm dope.
You know what? And I TD said this, and he said, "You gotta know how phenomenal you are." He said, "God said in the earth, like they needed you." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
God literally said, "I need you specifically in this time, in this place, in this season. I need you there in that moment." So I want you guys to realize that whether if you are making beads, necklaces, or you're, you know what I'm saying, you're speaking to schools and whatnot, you are unique in your own way. You've got a God-given gift, and that with that gift, you're supposed to share it with the world. It's part of the deal.
It's real life.
Yeah, you know?
That's a good word, bro.
Listen, bro, you preaching right now. I was going to pass the beer in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
I got it. It probably was that. It was in that. Y'all didn't gave me.
We're gonna put the cash out in the links below so y'all can pass the collection plate around.
We're over the first John.
So okay, all right. So we talk about one fast, because once again, you're a multifaceted, bro, and we want to get into, because you do so much, and like she said, you give to others, bro, and like your business, they encompass that. So let's go into your next business one. Let's talk about the life insurance, bro.
For sure.
You know, we all need it, y'all. Start with GoFundMe. It's no offense to y'all, because I think we're just ill prepared about these things, but it breaks my heart to see that someone has a funeral, no one, and we're trying to get together to, you know what I'm saying, be able to fund that. When I'm pretty sure to get into it, you can fund your own, you know what I'm saying, a life insurance policy will take care of all that, and then some, you know what I'm saying? So let's get
that's
into
real life, yeah. You know, actually, that's actually one of the reasons I wanted to get into life insurance. So I'll be 35 next week. So yeah, I appreciate it. No, I'm serious. I appreciate this. So I'll be 35 next week. But I remember when I was 18, I had a guy approach me. He's like, "Dude, you'll be amazing selling life insurance." And I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do that. I remember meeting him. We met at literally this Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, wow.
And we sat down. I remember what I ate and everything. And we sat down. I had like a platter. It was like a sampler.
Yeah.
And he has nachos and stuff. Anyway, so I'm 19. He talking to me. He's like, "Man, I think you'd be amazing, man. You should dive into it." I'm like, "Man, it's a scam, bro. Like, what you talking talking to me
But you
about.
know what,
It's a whole
though?
pyramid
That's
scheme.
like the newest way to get some money, some quick money. That's the only thing guaranteed in life.
What, sell life insurance?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's death is the only thing. But
Oh, it's
you sell
100%.
insurance, life insurance,
Yeah.
and you can borrow.
100%, yeah. So it depends upon what kind of policy, because you got term policy, you got whole life. And what I suggest people purchase is an IUL, is an Index Universal Life policy. So it's almost set up like a whole life. And we get it, we'll talk about that. But,
Okay.
but term is exactly that. It's a temporary policy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So you can get it for 15 years, 10 years, 30 years, you know. And nothing wrong with term. If term is what that's what you can get the most for the lease.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can afford a ton, I wouldn't say don't get any life insurance.
Yeah.
So if you want to get some life insurance, get some term. Whole life is going to be a little bit more, you know, costly because, to your point, you can. It's a whole life from 0 to 100, right? Whatever age to 100, right? But then you can borrow against it. You understand what I'm saying? The IUL is actually tied into stock market, so as it rises, you get the plus, but as it goes on, it doesn't affect you, and it also has like these benefits of whole life.
I'm
For sure.
about to say that.
Listen, I got my iPad.
We
You know what I'm saying?
sign this up.
I don't no doubt. So, but for me, when I was like, I'm thinking, like, this dude, this is a scam, bro. And then I remember at the time I got married. I got married when I was like 22 years old. And
What's
so,
wrong with y'all?
23 for you, bro.
But everything happens for a reason.
You're right. That y'all learned.
We did. But I remember being 22. But my policy was it wasn't expensive because I was so young.
Oh,
I got tired.
Yeah.
Right, and that's one of the misconceptions. People want to wait till they're older to get it. Yes, it's like, I just wait. I can get it when bro, just get it now, bro. It's gonna cost you $20-something or maybe 30. You just call it 20 to 60, and you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
Your kid's gonna be good. Your situation will be better. But to the story, this guy tried to sell me some. He tried to get me to sign up to be an insurance agent. I'm like, no, I'm cool on this. This is a scam. And I was working my job. Then I ended up purchasing insurance when I got married. Then when my first child was born, I got more insurance. And I remember the individual who I bought the insurance. So I felt like they were like, I'm like, I came to the table wanting to buy insurance. You ain't gotta like,
right, try to
you
sell
ain't
me.
gotta swindle me. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah, you know, and I had to deliver the check and they was dead. You know, and then I'm like, oh, you know they dead, but I got your check though.
Right.
And it was just so sad. I'm like, look, you ain't gotta do that to me. I came to the table ready to die. So I'm cool on it. Then it wasn't until I really started seeing a lot of GoFundMe's. It was like, dude, like, we ain't got to GoFundMe. You got to know GoFundMe. And I actually had someone in my family, and I don't want to dive too deep in there, but had to do a GoFundMe. And we didn't need to do no GoFundMe.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And for me, it's like, and a lot of things happens because we don't know any better, right?
Exactly.
We just don't know any better, right? So I could have been like, man, GoFundMe, like, go get it, but we don't know. We don't know, right? So who am I to be like, man, you should have got it. They just, some of us just don't know. I didn't know until I got a little bit older, you know what I'm saying? So I was just cool with paying the money to get the policy. But for me, that's what hit me, and like, especially in our community, because I also believe that purchasing life insurance, you're purchasing wealth.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you're actually changing the entire, you could potentially change the entire trajectory of your family.
Whole family.
You know what I'm saying? I know buddies that actually own businesses and they don't have life insurance. And I'm like, look, bro, you ain't doing me no solid. You doing your family a solid.
Right.
Because they depended on you because you're the entrepreneur, you're the breadwinner. Something happened to you, then what happens?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then sometimes we can be selfish, man. Think about how often we, in general, just go out and drink. We go out and probably smoke.
Yeah.
We just go have a good time. We go on vacation, but you can't pay. Let's call it $150 a month. $150 if it's that, right? Your family taking care of something go wrong. They ain't gotta worry about selling grandma's house.
Right.
They ain't gotta worry about getting rid of these cars or this debt that you left behind. Your family just taken care of. You understand what I'm saying? And then so when I sit down with people from time to time, I actually gotta paint that picture like,
right.
Like, and I don't really like doing that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I would go to people that I knew to sell policy. I don't do that no more. If you now you know I sell life insurance. If you want life insurance, come holler at me.
Come out of me, right.
Okay, so this will need to be calling him because I got to think about Clevelanders because y'all know how our city has a reputation sometimes. But our city has a very serious reputation for not being about no mess, right? And if you're gonna be in the
I
streets,
mess that though.
absolutely. We got a lot of serious individuals here in the city. But it's a lot of people who live a certain lifestyle. And with us now on this whole economic reform when it comes to being able to carry and not even having a license to carry, you can just carry. That is something that just started. So y'all stay on y'all P's and Q's and try to stay non-confrontational because you never know.
For sure.
And that's not even a part of this whole thing. But I definitely want to get into getting life insurance. Even if it's just the 10 cousins or the 10 grandkids getting it for grandma because she on the way out. You know what I'm saying? We all buy sneakers. We all buy sneakers. We all buying bottles. We all buying booths at the club. Everybody outside open or whatever. We all put in $100 on grandma's insurance, $1 million policy,
That's
$500,000 policy. We can all actually change whenever grandma goes. Not that we pushing her out the door or down the stairs or nothing crazy, but we really have to be very strategic in the way that we have financing and leaving legacy for our families and taking care of one another. Because we don't always gotta just resort to the streets.
That's
like
right.
We can literally switch some stuff up and do our own personal private banking if we really just took a beat, just take a breath, and think about the ways that are openly available for people who look like us, who know what we're going through, who are from the same hood as us.
Real life.
So definitely, if you want to support Black business in a totally different way, but you want to do something different in a way that really could switch some stuff up, think about it. Next time we have a family meeting or a cookout, you know what I'm saying? As much as we pay for ribs, we could pay for the insurance monthly.
That's real life.
And make sure that we putting up, you know what I'm saying, and really switching up some stuff. And switching up our conversations, our lifestyles, and everything else that come along with it.
That's real.
So that's my only one take to it, not to take over.
No, that was perfect. I don't even say anything else.
I've heard of other culture or other nationalities where they would take the eldest person in their family, get it, and it would buy in. And when that person passes away, they divvy it among themselves, and then they do it with the next eldest person, and that's how they build millionaires within the family line.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Investment trust. You got to think so many of us talk about investments and we buying this and doing this for the culture. There's not enough people buying life insurance, and the one thing guaranteed about life is it's gonna be over. You know what I'm saying? You might as well, if you're gonna gamble with anything, gamble with the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you got. But there's so many different financial plays that can be taken advantage of on the fact of having life insurance, and it don't necessarily got to be seen to fruition till that person died. There's so many different ways you can actually make an insurance policy work for you, and I know that's a different conversation for a different teaching day, but as a Clevelander, native Clevelander, like he done named every hood in the city, that he can make sure he meets you where you at. He'll also pull up with his iPad when he meets you where you at to make sure y'all sign on the dotted line for that policy for sure.
And we will have in the show notes, guys, we'll have a link to hit up Rebere on the insurance. So actually all his businesses. So
absolutely.
So you gotta go searching. We got y'all. You know what I'm saying? We'll have it right there for y'all. You know.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's
so
dope.
I apologize for taking
No, that was good. That was perfect.
She needs to. She needs to.
No, that was not. I'm telling you, that was perfect. That was perfect. That was perfect. I really ain't got. I'm so serious about that. What you just said, I have a hard time sometimes saying that. And what you just did, you just painted a picture, and people need to hear that. And it's hard. Nobody likes to talk about that. This is me. I don't like to talk about that.
It's tough.
You understand what I'm saying? Like nobody likes to talk about it, but it's to your point. It's one day going to happen.
Right.
And I think you reach an age in life where you're like, man, one day I'll be gone.
Right.
And we too old to be paying double the amount we could have been paying had we jumped on it today.
And if you young, man, and 30s is young too, but if you like in your 20s, man,
and healthy,
man, get you some life insurance. Yes, and healthy too, because that's a big thing too. That health screen is serious. You know what I'm saying? So while you're healthy, go get you some life insurance. Look at your expenses monthly and be like, man, what can I really look at your expenses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And be like, man, what can I actually really afford? You know what I mean? To where I'm not seeing it. So if you got a job, cool, get your job's life insurance that they offer. You should also get you a separate policy too. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Like I got that policy, then I have a different policy as well. So if something happens,
you can never have enough.
You can never have enough. You know what I mean? And so, and put yourself in circles or around people that's talking about that. You know what I mean? And if you got people around you like, man, nobody's trying to hear about that, then you probably need to remove yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And be like, man, we probably need to go around people that's actually really talking about that. And then, like I said, send yourself up to be able to create generational wealth. I'm sorry.
So, question: are you taking on agents? Like, you got a team? You know what I'm saying? Or just you know what I'm saying?
It's really just it's me. So I'm actually a broker. So
so you looking for agents when you're telling them?
Yeah. So for sure. So
Okay.
if you're an agent and you're a licensed agent, you know what I mean. You can hit me up and I can get you plugged in. You know what I mean. And you work for yourself. You know what I mean. You go out. It's different ways you can do it. You can purchase leads. Word of mouth which is everything, you know. And y'all made a comment earlier, and I really, if I'm honest with you, I can say this on this podcast, I probably really don't effectively use my network as I can. I can honestly say that, you know what I mean?
But you gang now, you know, so you're alumni.
No doubt. No, I'm just being real, because I don't, and I say that's one of the things I could be doing better, because I'm speaking about word of mouth, you know what I mean? So if I got people that trust me, you know what I mean, and be like, hey, Rebere, I trust you with my family, and then for sure, I need to be taking advantage of that more. But yeah, if you're an agent, you're a licensed agent, you can reach out to me. With the Mike Jones, my telephone number. You know what I mean? My number.
Show notes. Make sure y'all check us out.
So basically, if I come and be not your agent in the insurance game, I'm killing game in insurance, I can come out at you.
For sure. Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know what? That's the greatest part about that, because you don't want to come as yourself, or you can come as you are, but you don't want to stay as you are, just like the church say. But you know what? For anybody who is an entrepreneur, whether you run your business or trying to do insurance, what I love about you also is that you're doing customer service training.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Help us get all the way together.
Yeah. I am huge on customer service.
Yes.
That is like everything to me. Like customer service. Yeah, I almost want to drop my Cash App tag. I ain't even do it.
No, we gonna pass this.
No, for sure. So I'm gonna tell you, man. In regards to customer service is everything.
Everything.
So, and I'm gonna give a shout out. I didn't really learn the importance of customer service until I worked for Enterprise.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, so I worked for Enterprise for about 6 years, six and a half years. So I was, my first few years Enterprise, I got 8 internal promotions.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right? And one of the biggest reasons was customer service. Service, leadership, right? Being able to connect with people, right? Sales. And I'm a firm believer that great service just converts into great sales.
Absolutely.
Right? So if you treat people right, they're going to spend money with you. You ever been to a restaurant and somebody just treat y'all well? You're like, and they're like, maybe you should try, get a double shot on that, because I had it. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Right.
Because they made you feel great, they took care of you, they heard you, you know what I mean? You had a complaint, they took care of it right away. You know what I mean? You felt taken care of. And you ever went to somewhere and you're like, man, I'm not ever coming back here again, because they didn't acknowledge me. You know what I mean? I had a complaint, they didn't take care of that. They told me they was gonna take this off my check, they didn't do that. It took them forever to bring me water. You know what I'm saying? Like so for me, I would go into a restaurant, I would stand there, and I'm gonna wait until somebody says, hey, how you doing? If you don't say, hey, how you doing, I'm gone.
Right.
I'm gone. Prime example. So if somebody calls into your business, do not put them on hold. You're better off not even answering the phone.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, hey, thank you for calling so, hold please, boop. And you're like, I'm on hold. Let's just say you're a pizza shop. I'm gonna call the other 10 pizza shops that Google will listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say, prime example, I had a rug I need to be clean. My girl dog peed on my rug. That's my dog though. I love him though. I love him. But he peed on my rug, so I said I gotta get this rug clean. So I called this rug place. They were calling so, hold please, boop. I'm like, man, Google just gave me 5 other rug companies.
Right.
Okay, boop. Okay, hey, how you doing? My name is so. I need to get this rug taken care of. Oh, cool, sir. How soon can you bring it in? So we can pick it up. If you bring it to us, you save 20%.
Right.
You know what? Where you located? Okay, cool. I'm gonna pay that.
Just that fast though.
That's just how I am. I tell you this. I love pizza. My kids love pizza. My kids are like Ninja Turtles. They love pizza. They gonna eat pizza. They gonna eat pizza. The pizza ain't pizza. They gonna eat pizza. So I remember one time I was living out in Willoughby, and I had called this particular pizzeria, and I said, hey, you guys got any specials? And the guy was like, no, we don't have any specials. Like, what we have is, this particular size pizza, and it's gonna cost you this. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, you sure have any specials? Like, you're a restaurant. Restaurants have specials.
Right.
And he's like, nah, and I can check for you, put me on hold. Nah, I'm sorry, we don't have any specials. Bro, I drove 20 minutes to this pizza place. And I get there, and I see on the board they got specials. So I say, hey man, I called this order in. I asked you guys if you all have specials, and you told me that you didn't have specials. So I said, is your manager available? So they say, yeah, I grab my manager. Manager comes up. I'm like, hey man, I called in. You guys say you have any specials? You know what I mean? He's like, well man, I already cooked the pizza. So I said, no problem.
Keep it.
My family hungry.
You bought it anyway?
No. But guess what though? I didn't go to him for 8.5 years. Watch this. Let's just say that pizza costs $20. My kids eat pizza like Ninja Turtles.
Right.
And I got pizza every week.
Spend so much more.
There's 52 weeks in a year. I spent 8.5 years not spending that $20 a week on that pizza. That company missed all that money because he could have just taken. He could have just taken. He could have just taken care of me. Like, I mean, I'm so sorry. My apologies. Pizza on us. And the next time you come back, it would have cost him. Let's call it $60. Let's not even $60. It's $40.
Right.
Up front. That cost that man 8.5 years.
Right.
Worth of pizza.
Bruh.
Like, you could have been like, hey man, my bad man. I'm sorry, whatever happened again. So for me, like, when I go into places, customer services, everything, man, like one thing I love about Chick-fil-A, years ago I was thinking about doing the Chick-fil-A franchise. One thing Chick-fil-A does, they don't hire, they select.
Bro, don't get me started.
They select. So they don't hire people.
Right.
They select people. They want to know, are you going to fit into our culture?
Right.
Our cultures, we take care of people. And if you can't take care of people, then you can't be here. And that's why Chick-fil-A is the powerhouse that they are. Prime example. At one point in time, we can all say, I love when Chick-fil-A say, my pleasure. I go to McDonald's right now. McDonald's will say what?
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, you can go to some McDonald's and they would say, my pleasure. Or you can go to a nice restaurant and say, my pleasure. But they adapted that from Chick-fil-A because they kind of got the point. But then you do have some organizations or establishments that's going to be like, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, hello? Go ahead. I mean, do y'all have... I said, go ahead. What you need?
Right.
What?
Like I'm inconveniencing you.
I'm inconveniencing you. I'm sorry.
Spend my money on you.
My bad. I should have told you I was trying to spend my money here. Right. Can I spend my money here with you? Is that cool with you?
Right.
Is it cool?
I was
just trying to get a McDouble with some 12. Y'all got a 12 pounds for 1 second. Is that okay if I get that? But on the serious though, like you go to these places, man, and it's like, man, why do you feel like you can talk to me like that? I keep you in business. I keep you in business. So if you can't take care of me, keep that up.
Right.
Before you know it,
they ain't gonna be able to take care of you. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole
you're gonna be gone before you be doing all the discounts, all the specials. When all you gotta do up front is just take care of people. It's sacrifice. Right. So you may have to sacrifice some stuff. Man, when I worked at Enterprise, I had people come in there. Man, my tire got flat. And I'm like, okay, sir, I hate that happened to you. You know what I mean? I really apologize. What tire was it? You know what? I'm sorry, the tire doesn't even matter. How was everybody? Was everybody fine? Okay, cool. Hey, you know what can I do to make that up for you?
Come on, y'all.
I ain't telling them.
Where my bombs operate? You get a medical class right now, y'all. Get a medical class in customer service.
Because I ain't telling them.
It's never flat on here.
Oh no.
Y'all gonna pay this extra for roadside.
I ate a whole when you. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm able to say this, but if you eat a rental, it affects your paycheck. I'll just say that. I ate rentals. But I also had the coldest team when it came to customer service, and people were like, "We gonna go see them over there." And then when I was a branch manager, I told my team, "Hey, look, if I'm gone, it shouldn't matter that I'm gone. They should say, hey, where the manager? Because I shouldn't be doing nothing extra special that y'all ain't doing. We're all gonna be doing the same thing. So they ain't gonna say I'm gonna see the manager. I'm gonna see the team over at it.
Right.
The team over at so they called not the manager. I'm gonna see the manager. Your manager. Nobody ever had to ask for the manager because everybody thought like the manager. So if the manager would have taken care of a situation, everybody's gonna take care of the situation. They didn't need me. And I told my people that that's so important. I tell people all the time. And if they was on here watching it, they'll tell you this. Listen, if there's something you need to take care of, take care of it. Because I don't want you to lose credibility. So even like so business owners, if you got people on your team, you don't need to be okay, you own it, it's yours. For sure. Good job.
Good job.
But you don't need to be the head honcho to where your people feel like they smaller than you. So if your people like, hey, look, I can make this call because so-and-so trusts me with this call. Now they ain't always waiting on you. You're going to free you up now. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to be able to free you up. And then your team is going to be credible. And not only your team going to be credible, but your team is going to want to work for you. Even though they're really working with you.
Right.
Like my team work with me. But they're going to be like, how are they going to work?
Right.
You ever work for a boss or a manager, you're like, man, I don't want to go work with this person because they're gonna be
leader. Is
you work for a leader. You're like, man, they cold because I have the same autonomy. Even though our levels is different, our positions, they so cold. They so cold. I want to do whatever. I go through a brick wall for them.
You don't realize it though, but you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I hope y'all listening, man. He giving a whole class.
We got some good ass people in Cleveland.
That's real. That's real. Because I've been a manager, and like you said, I've always had people on my team. But you put it in a way that I didn't know that's you put it elegantly enough where people can understand. Because like I always had a mindset, I always practiced it, but I never thought about that whole idea. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I always goes from the mindset, treat people how you want to be treated.
That's
right. Customer service and on my team. So it never felt like, oh, Brandon's the boss. No, we all doing it. You know what I'm saying? I just happen at the end of the day, the problem gonna come back on me. You know what I'm saying? But man, listen, I hope y'all got notebooks because he didn't get y'all a whole master class. Y'all probably gonna take a business to a whole nother level. You listen to this man right here. You know?
Hit me up. I come in, holler at your team. I come in, holler at the team. I'll come in, speak with everybody involved. I had a conversation with this individual one time, and they were telling me how bad their team were. Like, my team is so bad, and they do this, and they do that, and I'm like, tell me a little bit more. Tell me more about that.
Yeah.
And they tell me more about that, and I'm listening. I'm like, I'm gonna have to tell this person that they are actually the problem.
Yeah, you're the problem.
You are the problem. And I had to strategically figure out how I was gonna tell that person, hey, it's really you. And so I started kind of drop a little thing. Okay, you know what? Talking about leadership. You ever seen the one movie when and they're like, yeah, look at that movie.
That's you.
That's you. Come on, get that together. And so, but sometimes people don't see that.
Yeah.
And then you like, man, my team terrible. It's like, no, it's you.
Right.
Nobody want to be bossed around. Who want to be bossed around? No, not especially these days. Nobody want to be bossed around. People walk, what they call it, the Great Resignation. People will walk out in a minute.
Bro, oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, no, treat people like you. Like to your point, treat people how you want to be treated, and be honest, man, with yourself. I got a great book. One of my mentors, he's really like a dad to me. It's called Leadership and Self-Deception. Right? It's a really good book.
I'm about to say, y'all gonna check it out.
Oh, it's a really good book. It's a really good book. And the funny thing is, he told me to read this book. Maybe 4 years ago. I just read the book. I just started reading the book probably this year. Yeah. And he told me, man, you need to read this book. I read it 8 times. I'm like, man, you read 8 times? That book that good. Then I had a buddy go through a situation and say, man, I'm gonna set you up with so-and-so. He told him to read the book. Like, man, that book is great. I'm like, you don't read this book. I'm like, oh, this book is off the chain. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes as leaders and entrepreneurs, whatever it is you may be, you thinking that you're just doing everything the right way.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then your eyes are open and you're like, oh man, I'm just really not. And this is a book for whether you're in business, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're a father, a mother, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, this book is like that dope. Leadership and Self-Deception. Really great book.
I'm sure today.
We're going to add that one to the show notes below too, because I really love that. So, one thing that is amazing about you that I can honestly say is that you have a dope perspective on life and the different situations that come across in life.
For sure.
So you actually share that on your own platform with your podcast.
Yeah.
And can we talk about that a little bit?
We can though. I kind of want to get them out of here. Y'all had to tune today's podcast. Y'all want to see this? No doubt. No, but go ahead. For sure.
So, one thing I would love to hear is the fact that you are willing to kind of be an open book. Not, no pun intended with the whole transition from the book, but you are an open book when it comes to your ideals when certain situations and things happen. And you have an amazing co-host who we had the pleasure of meeting for sure. But let's tell more people about the name of the podcast, where we can reach you at, what the premise of the podcast is, because we are all about collaboration over competition in the city. And though we have our own platform, I think it's dope for our listeners to come over to see what y'all be talking about, because it's a vibe over there.
Good look. I appreciate that. That's what's up.
she do it, right?
Yeah, she do this. You do this. No, I appreciate that for sure. Yeah. So she definitely is a vibe. That's my baby. So Katie and I, we've been together a little bit over 2 years, and we not afraid to talk about some of the things we've been through. You know what I mean? The ups and downs. pre-relationship, during the relationship. We talk about all of it. I actually tell you how it started. So how it started was I used to do these Instagram lives on Thursday, call them Thursdays with my homegirl Lovey. She like a little sister. Mm-hmm. And I remember my homegirl Sasha, who's raw in videography. She dope too. Mm-hmm. She dope. And Lovey actually got a candle company. She does candles. But Lovey and I used to do these lives, and we'd bring people on. Mm-hmm. And my girl like, yeah, you be doing these lives, like we should talk. We should go live, or we should like, you know, go live. I'm like, nah, baby, maybe we should. I don't really want people in our business.
Don't be that thirsty.
They be thirsty. So I said, no, we need to really do that. So what ended up happening was we had went to Mexico, right? So if y'all ever traveled during COVID, this is probably the best time to go travel because it was like for the love, right? So, and I'm not ashamed to say that. So anyway, so we had went and we had, and I'm gonna tie this all in. We had did a tequila course. It taught us about tequila, right? And it was like pretty dope. So then we get back from the trip, and then we at our house, we just chilling. We having a great conversation. She's like, we should record this. We're like, no, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So she like, no, for real, let's just record it. So we ended up recording on our phone, and we played it back, and she let me hear. She had like, she do all the editing. She does all the editing. She raw with it, right? So
shout out to you, Katie.
Right. She do all of it. I'm like, how you do that? And she got excited. Let's go out and get this and then that. And I'm like, okay, so we do that. And she let me hear it back. I'm like, oh, this is actually really good. Mm. And so I was kind of like, she's like, let's record another episode. And I'm like, I don't really want to. So then some stuff had happened, right? And it triggered it. So I say some stuff because you probably need to go listen to it and you'll kind of see what triggered it. It's called Blendish. It's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, Anchor, and we actually getting ready to bring it to YouTube. So hands up, yeah. So we're going to bring it to YouTube, and so and you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If you listen to the first season of Blendish, you would hear the transparency, but there's more transparency that's need to be. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. And I experienced situations. I'm like, I'm not about to go on here and talk about this and vent. And I had a buddy say, man, bro, you don't need to go and vent. Just go in there and teach. Mm. So I had a conversation with this lady. She was like, oh my God, this is like, you need to go teach this. Mm. So one of the things, to your point about gifts and stuff, I'm like, sometimes you go through stuff and it becomes your gift. Mm. Because if you know how many people reach out after we did this podcast, like, oh my God, like this is amazing. And
oh my God, because I'm about to say, like, because your podcast, like, because I don't think, because even in today's society, like, take for instance, we're the same age, right? Yeah. I'm divorced or whatnot, as you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm with Ari or whatnot. But long story short, the whole concept of being able to date somebody with, you know what I'm saying, with having kids and how that affect that whole structure, you know what I'm saying, like, and not enough people cover that, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people are talking about the issue, because I mean, not issues, not an issue. No, it's the reality that we're in nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that's so dope and transparent. You know what I'm saying? People don't even do that. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm guilty of this, man, and I'm done with being guilty of it. Is that you would, you know, and your friends love you. They care about you. They're gonna encourage you to do the right thing, what they think. And you may get some friends who be like, man, you need to go in there and talk about that. Like, man, you know what, man, that's what you think.
Exactly.
Right. You know, some things be inside of you. You be like, I can't let this go. Mm-hmm. So you gotta think what you gotta think. But I'm gonna do this because if I tell how many people, man, just my situation alone, my girl can tell you. I talked 3 people out of suicide. I talked 1 person out of suicide. It was me in Euclid Heights Police Department. Got a suicide call. Swear to God. Got a suicide call. And because of what I went through, I was able to talk this individual not committing suicide.
That is amazing.
And if I can't attest this, the police department can attest it. So I actually got down there. Me and one of my good buddies, we get down there, we talking, and I say, y'all here for a suicide call? They're like, yeah, or y'all? I'm like, yeah, man. Long story short, they you know, we talked through that. They let me take them to the hospital. They escorted us to the hospital. But had I been like ashamed and locked up, or in my mind and being like, I don't want to talk about this. Right. This person knew I had went through that, and I was able to talk them through that. And they like, thank you. Thank you. So that for me, I appreciate, you know, the people that like, man, you don't need to talk about that. But that's okay. That's okay. That's like, you know, Gary Morrison, like, man, you don't need to create that stop sign, man. Right. Man, let these cars just go beat with these cars. Right. No, if you have an idea or God give you a gift or something to do it, man, don't worry about what nobody think. Right. Don't worry about what nobody think, man, because that back to the point earlier we was talking about as far as like we was talking about the fingerprint, man, it's yours, man. Don't be like nobody else. I'm not gonna never be as raw as you or for you. I'm not gonna be you as raw as you gonna be you. You're not gonna be me as raw as I'm not gonna be B as raw as B. B gonna be raw because B raw.
Yeah.
And what he got to offer, he got to offer. That's like everybody. So yeah, you can bounce stuff off to your friends and family, but you have sometimes people, their intentions is great.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, I'm sorry, it's in me. I got to do this.
Right.
You got to think what you're gonna think. You got to feel what you're gonna think. Because I'm gonna tell you now, we got some content. Man, I had conversations with people on the phone. They're like, bro, you need to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, you know, and I got a heart. I don't want to, you know, I feel bad if I say certain things and expose, but you know what? It ain't exposing them as teaching because I cannot teach it. Somebody can go out and kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say the content on the podcast is gonna be crazy. We actually back to Kate. She's actually handy, so she's getting ready to like revamp some stuff so we can actually have like she creates some stuff. I'm cool. They do that.
Yeah.
I'm cool. So she gonna do that, and then you know we gonna actually deliver this YouTube.
So listen, and we gonna have to show this awesome when they drop. You know what I'm saying? Because like the main focus of the Pull Up Week collaboration or competition, man. We love what y'all doing. Like if y'all message, someone gonna be blessed by it, and just like you know what I'm saying. This podcast, I know somebody watch the podcast like I needed to hear what he had to say.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
even if it's one.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's it.
That's all that matters. So I have a question, and once again, like Keita already know, I pick brains because I want to know some questions. You know what I'm saying? The answers.
Sure.
So how do you balance that, bro? Because you didn't listed off 3 things that you're currently doing, and not on top of the fact, like you said, you mentioned your father. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you got people who you support. How do you balance that all, bro? Because I know most people they hear, you know what I'm saying, like he's doing the most, but once again, like you said, that ain't for you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But how do you balance all that?
If I'm honest, I had to crash first.
Yeah,
I had to do it and then crash and be like, hey man, this is crazy. I had to crash, and then I had to reevaluate what's most important, and that's how you balance. You know, and balance is good. You know, I have people that I connect to be they radical thinking like balance. You don't need balance, but you do, and I think it's. You know, where you can give yourself up to the most, because if we're honest, something that's going to suffer. It's just what are you willing to have suffer? What's most important to you, right? So for me, I had to be honest. What am I most connected to that's really going to mess up my mental if I don't balance it?
Yeah.
Right? So my kids, right?
Right.
If my kid looking at me like, man, dad, like, what you be doing, bro? Like, I want to see you. And I'm like, oh, I don't like how that makes me feel.
Yeah.
I'm not at war with me because I'm like, man, like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Even just thinking about it, I'm like, man, like, I need to fix that.
Yeah.
So I had to be true with myself. And back to the point of my friends, you could be transparent and be like, man, what you think about this? Then you got a friend, your friend gonna tell you, hey, man, I know you and what's most important to you is your kid. And then my relationship, okay, cool. If I'm with this woman, majority of my time in my life, and if that is imbalanced, then I gotta address that. And you're gonna have your ups and downs with all of it, with the kids, with the relationship, even with work stuff. You're gonna have your trial and your error to where you're gonna be like, okay, this is important, and if I don't do this, it's gonna make me feel this way. So I need to do that so I don't feel this way. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, I'm like, okay, what can I do? Okay, so I wake up and get up in the morning at 5 a.m. to work out. And if I get up a little later, I gotta figure out a way to fit it in because it's important to me. Working out is what helps center me. You understand what I'm saying? I have to be able to journal. I gotta write stuff down, right? Because if you probably can tell, I could be bing, 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 bing. So I need to be like, I got a notebook in here. I brought it here. You understand what I'm saying? So I gotta write. I get a thought. I gotta write that joint down because I gotta get it out of my head. I gotta read for a little bit. I gotta just read for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So those things, I got to figure out how I can balance those in a time that I have with those things.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I would say, and I'm on, if just completely transparent, I'm still figuring that out right now. Yeah, I'd be on this bad way line, y'all like, man, let me tell you, man. What you got to do is, no doubt. Yeah. So it's like, okay, cool, because I got all these things that's important to me, but I got to be real. Something or somebody is going to suffer in that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's me, whether I lose a little sleep. You know what I'm saying? I lose a little sleep. I fight. I'm gonna be real with you. I fight. Why? I fight stand up, and it's gonna sound weird. I'm a movie head, but I fight stand up watching movies. I fight with that. So my girl be like, "You ain't gonna fall asleep and watch movies." I'm like, "No, girl, I ain't gonna fall asleep." And I'm fading.
But then the credits over and he done.
I'm done. That was a good movie. I didn't watch it. But it's like for me, me, I'm fighting because I know it's important.
Yeah.
She wants to say, okay, so okay, cool. You gotta watch the movies from the 90s.
Yeah.
Cause they be like 62 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Nah,
you read that though, like you go watch
no,
movies shorter than what you thought. But you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, I gotta kinda like make these adjustments, do what's cool with my kids. I don't like video games. But I play a video game with my kid because they like, Dad, you gonna say how you play Roblox? Yeah, show me Roblox.
Bro, I thought it was just me. That's crazy.
No, I'm like, man, I don't even care about this.
Right.
But I'm like, okay, he care about this.
Right.
Yeah, my daughter, right, and my baby girl, she writes these. She had draw something, she just want to be there and just draw something. Like, look, Dad, I'm like, cool, that's good. Then Kyle, my baby, she like to just hang and cuddle. Okay, I gotta dress. They're like major pain, like make me feel off. You know what I mean? But I'm like, okay, I gotta adjust to that. I gotta just come here, baby, give me a hug. But it's like these things, I gotta be able to do that because if not, somebody gonna suffer.
Yeah.
My mama called me for no reason.
You only 4 miles down the street. Get your butt over here, boy.
I answer the phone. What's up? Did you know that? She told me what she didn't buy. I saw so on sale. I'm like, you need to buy because it's on sale. But I know she need me to get on the phone because when I got the phone, she's like, I'm like, buy. And she hang up. She mad. I got the phone. Cool. You got people that call you. Okay, let me make this time.
Yeah.
Let me make this time. You know what I'm saying? So just finding that balance. Whatever it look like to you. My balance may not be good to you. I may have said something to make you think what's gonna help you out, but mine may not be yours. You know what I'm saying? But I would say, you know, just see what's important, man, and balance out like that.
Bro, listen, like I said, I appreciate for transparency. I know, you know what I'm saying, social media, how you thinking like these people, you know what I'm saying, they gotta figure it out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they gotta hands down. But the fact you kept it honest, because like, I know I struggle with that. Like you said, in this season of my life, like you said, you got a relationship, you got kids, you trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to make a business, do what it's supposed to do and whatnot.
Right.
But like you said, signs of suffering that moment, and everything has a season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this season, I know for me, my kids are home for the summer. Right now, the kids don't get more of my time and whatnot.
That's real life.
You know what I'm saying? When the school, when they go back home or whatnot, I can go back to the business or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But just the whole concept. So I thought I had to do all of them. You know what I'm saying? And like I was sacrificing. I would do 4 hours of sleep or whatnot. I didn't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? But it seems I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
It's real life.
So. Thank you for that. You
no,
know,
man.
I needed that.
I appreciate you asking.
I hope you needed that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you asking. I needed to hear that too. Yeah.
So okay, so we talked about amalgam things, bro. We once again we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So what are 3 things you want someone to take away from the interview you got today?
Today, one, first thing came to my mind, be yourself. Just be you. You know what I mean? Whatever that is, just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I would say in today's world is so tough because every time you pick up your phone, you know, somebody is buying a jet. You know what I mean? Somebody that spent $8,000 on a trip to buy, or to buy, you know, or doing something that you like, oh man, and you like, man, okay, then you reaching to do something that ain't you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So be yourself. One, be honest with yourself. You know, be honest with yourself about, you know, what you can and right now. It may be your area of opportunity. I don't want to say can't do, but what's your area of opportunity? You know what I'm saying? I would say don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Yeah, don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself. You know, I think that in my own personal experience, that in life, and it's kind of the lesson I taught my kids today. You know, like don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Set a goal, reach the goal. Don't be afraid to just pull the trigger, make the decision. And just do it. And so let's make a decision. You're gonna make a decision, and it may be like decision may be like super crazy, but make it and just do it. And even if you fail, keep failing. I'll give you a prime example, and I'm not afraid to say this. Man, I failed my life insurance exam 6 times.
Ooh,
can you count?
That's a just man right now. Y'all know he say he got a ministry background. That ain't nothing but a just man. 7 times.
I'm gonna tell you. So I failed that joint. I say, man, and each time I tell you right now, I'm like.
Oh, you get paid every time too, then you
paid every time. I had to pay every time to take that exam, but I wanted it that bad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I tell you what, I wanted more than anything. I wanted to be able to accomplish something that I thought was kind of like bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? This is my TDJ's club.
This ain't a big beat.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Glory to go.
That's right.
But on a serious note, like it was like a thing that I'm like, man, I gotta pass this thing. I really gotta like prove to myself, hey, I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Because who am I gonna talk to some people, some kids, some adults, like, man, you can overcome anything. but I let this thing defeat me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I let it defeat me on the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time. Now I can say to y'all, I felt that joint 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
I did it just 6 times. And I passed it. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, what am I gonna do next?
You know, it's a wild clients, they're never gonna ask you how many times you took the test. You know what I'm saying? They know you passed it, bro.
Yeah, you passed it. Yeah, they gonna ask me. They gonna how many times did you ask?
Right.
Oh, I'll tell you about how to look at the information 6 additional times. So I'll tell you right now, I know I'm very privy. You're in great hands. Just trust that, buddy. Just trust that. No, but for real, like, you know, like get a goal, challenge yourself, man. You know what I mean? And don't be afraid to go after it. And for me, that's huge, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I heard somebody say like, because at one point in time I'd be like, man, I'm not no studious dude. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, change that mindset. I'm a very studious guy. I'm highly intelligent. I love to read, and you know, I love to study. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My habits didn't show that, but I had to speak that till my habits began to like come. You know what I'm saying? I'm so serious about that. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. Now I gotta read. I didn't want to read that book. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to fail. And you know what I did? What? This is what I did. This is back to priorities and the things that are important to you in balance. Mm-hmm. I told my kids, hey, I'm taking this test. And I had to be honest with them. Did you pass it? Nope, I didn't pass it. So then what I'm gonna teach my kids? I mean, I just failed that joint. I ain't even go back to it. So then now they're like, remember Daddy failed that life show. He gave up on that. How you gonna tell me to give up on this? Hey, they'll call me. Did you pass your test? No, but guess what?
I'm
taking it again.
You gonna pass it. You know what I'm saying? I want to cry right now talking to y'all about this. But like, I had to be like, and I remember I told them like, hey, guess what?
And that was as juicy as you was, right?
I passed it. They're like, oh, you passed that joint. I passed it, dog. I passed it. You know what I mean? So you know, accountability. Yeah. Tell somebody that's gonna hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get up early in the morning at 5 a.m., you know, tell your you got somebody special in your life. You got somebody special in your life. Hey, if I don't get up 5 in the morning to work out, I gotta give you $10 every time I don't hit the gym.
I'm not making that bet with you though, but
damn sure I'll be like, hey,
but like for real.
But seriously, I think accountability partners are screwed. A lot of people with that real G's move in silence is because if y'all don't do it, y'all don't want nobody to know it ain't got done. Y'all want to be comfortable enough to walk away from the situation, and that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to be like, hey,
no, for sure.
We got to move now.
Would you like today, by the way?
Was I late today?
Like
I was before you today. Also, can I get that light? Because y'all know I disappear in the dark. So if Brenda can get that light behind her, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, you're really funny.
Appreciate you. It doesn't look so much better. Thank you.
But here at the show, like whoever's late got to buy everybody dinner.
Everybody, like include me?
Yes. And it's all Brandon today.
What we eat?
I know. I got here on time.
So somebody about to dinner.
Okay, so the way it works is we have a set time that we have to be here to film. Mm-hmm. Anybody who comes after the set time and the latest person after the set time is booked to buy everybody on the team.
No one owes dinner tonight.
Yeah, technically she
did. You see what she did? Because I had asked her. I said she gonna buy everybody dinner. She like, yeah, she everybody on the team. She emphasized that. Everybody on the team.
But you team, you gang.
I'm gang. I'm a alumni.
Definitely would have been on Brandon. I was here before. I just want to say my pull-up game is strong, and I was here before Brandon on the pull-up experience today.
Good stuff.
But like you said, accountability goes a long way. Like you said, you need that. You know what I'm saying?
It has definitely built our punctuality, and when it comes to just standards within our team, it's a thing. Like, all right. We all here. Whoever ain't here, no. Okay, well.
That bill adds up. You know what I'm saying? Because they like to eat. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
I love to eat. I have no. I'll be at Sparks to Flames, but right now, spark up the grill because I'm hungry. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
That's real.
So I'm gonna ask you. So what's next up, bro? What's next on your agenda? By the way, you got to talk about t-shirts. By the way, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. So This actually coming up Saturday, I'm going to be at the Van Aiken District selling shirts. So I actually have a design called Crawl, Rock, and Run. So Crawl, Rock, Run. And it's a pretty dope concept. I actually like I said, to the point of gifts, like I gotta give me some of these gifts, these thoughts sometimes. I'm just gonna do it and see what happens. So I put it out there. I got people hitting me up, hey man, I need this shirt, I sent it to this place. They're like, oh, we want you here at this event. We want you to bring these shirts to this event.
Oh, wow.
I go to the place, get them printing, like, bro, I'm about to buy one of these shirts. And I remember I first got the idea, and I'm like, man, this might be corny. And some people may think it's corny, but I think it's dope. Yeah. And I put it out there, other people think it's dope. Yeah, that's like my logo. I thought my logo, I thought about that. I'm like, my logo is whack.
Oh, let's keep talking about this story, but I know we talk about it off camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Oh, my logo. I got my logo actually from Fiverr. Right? This guy made it on Fiverr, and he was in like another country. I'm like, bro, I ain't woken you up, bro. You gotta figure something out, right? And so we talked through it. He sent me like 8 different designs. I'm like, man, this is weak, man. You know what I'm saying? And I showed somebody like, oh man, I'm gonna fire. I'm like, you think that's fire? and they're like, I think that's fire. I'm like, I don't think it's whack. Yeah, and that's somebody, I think that logo's okay. And somebody's like, man, that logo's dope, man. That logo's okay. I was saying all these things. I'm like, man, everybody got their own opinion. Just do it. Just do it. So so I'm just gonna put this joint out there. So I'm just gonna rock with it. And eventually, if it calls for it, I'm gonna change my logo up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna change my logo up and just push it out there. I know a lot of people don't even want it. That was my biggest thing. I didn't want to start thinking, I don't have a logo. You know what I mean? Like, how do I start pushing this? How do I start telling people I'm doing this and I don't have a logo? I mean, I'm established. I'm a business, but I don't have, my logo.
That's
so I'm like, you know what I mean? So it's like, no, just do it. You know what I mean? Like, just do it. I got one of my fraternity brothers, he does detailing. And he's like, man, anybody want to go out and do all something? Man, just do the work first, and people gonna start knowing you for something. Like, eventually, just do the work. Just do the work. And that was actually, as of recently, he actually did a really good job detailing the whip. So, but yeah, man, just go do it, man. Just go do it. But to the point about these t-shirts, I get these ideas. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. I got a few more shirts I'm about to come out with. You know what I mean? And I run them past people. Like, what you think? Oh man, that's dope. I need that. Man. And I'm like, okay. Then I get some like, man, that's whack. And I'm like, okay. Whack too. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna do it, and then hey, what happens? You know what I mean?
But you did it though.
The worst shot you could take is shots you don't take, right? You know what I mean? And yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be it's gonna be a really dope event. It's gonna be a lot of other entrepreneurs there. And it's gonna be, I think it's from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Yeah, and there's a lot of other things going on in Cleveland, so that, I mean, I'm not gonna be a part of this, but just shouting it out, right, for the people. So the downtown, there's gonna be a lot of, for fathers, Juneteenth, and I want to speak to that really quick. So if you think, I'm gonna let you think about this. For the first time in history, so Juneteenth is now a federal holiday, bro. And it lands on Father's Day.
On Father's Day. No more socks.
That's crazy, right? Right? But you think how strong that is, right? The first time, so you think about this. So one of the first things that was taken out for us as a people, right, was the removal of the man, the breakdown, the divide of the family. So then the first day, right, that we celebrate Juneteenth was like, what, 150 years or something like that, right? And Juneteenth lands on Father's Day. So all I'm gonna say is fathers just show up. Fathers just show up. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have your kids, whatever your situation may be, you know, maybe do like a share thing, reach out, hey, can I get my kids? You about to go have a good time.
And mothers, show up for the fathers. Whether y'all together or not, go out of your way to make sure it's a great day for the kids and the dad.
No doubt.
No doubt. It's their day.
No, it's the Father's Day.
And y'all still got Monday. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I was gonna smack this table. This stuff was gonna spill over.
No, not this till you wine.
I'm gonna ask. I'm not gonna I'm gonna ask. Okay, please, if you can, if you're a mother and you're single, don't be wishing on mother happy Father's Day.
Yeah, oh, come on. Thank you, bro.
It's over for that.
That's the biggest bomb of the night.
Can I stop doing it? I don't want to see my girl happy Father's Day. You was there for that baby. You the only man he knows. Don't do that. Don't be doing that. Don't do that. That's disrespectful.
And corny.
Yeah, don't do that. Because I'm sure there's fathers out there that got full custody of their kids.
Right.
And they don't want to get shot out on Mother's Day. Don't do that. That's just disrespect. Shout out to you if you're the only parent involved in their life.
Absolutely.
But don't
you're not
you
fine.
can't. I'm asked.
You'll be a great mother, but
you'll be an amazing mother. But don't. You ain't gonna be able to do that. And but everything else, we commend you. We thank you for being the mothers that you are. But don't take that away from you.
Absolutely, I agree.
So, question. So, even after Sunday, would it be a link that people can still get the t-shirts from you or whatnot?
Yeah, no doubt. Yep.
So, I have the show links, by the way, guys.
Yeah, so you can go to my Instagram. I actually have right now the Incubator CLE. Are you familiar with Incubator CLE? But Desmond Stanley, really amazing individual when it comes to producing websites and everything like that. He's taking care of my website now. So I'm gonna be dishing that out. You can go to my page, Sparks and Flames LLC on Instagram, or you can just go to my Rebere Sparks.
Okay.
You know, and if you want more information about it, you can email me at info@sparksandflamesllc.com. And I definitely have more shirts. I actually have them now. I'm gonna pretty much take everything I can to the spot. You know what I mean? I got people I gotta send shirts to in Atlanta, in Texas. You know what I'm saying? I got people that hit me up like, so I actually had to go today to get more shirts made. Right? So because of that. And yeah, man, so if you want to hit me up, you know, 213-830-8005. Don't stop playing with me. No, I'm playing. So that's a joke.
So I got one last question. Man. I'm
That's Mike Jones.
Right.
Stop playing. Y'all playing.
Hey, listen, we showing our age right now. You know what I'm saying? Some of our audience might not know, who Mike Jones is. You know what I'm saying? Let's Google him.
Yeah, that's it.
But I want to interview on this. So what is your legacy for your businesses, and then we want your legacy to be for you as an individual?
For sure. Legacy for the business is, that's a great question, man. That's a great question. That's a great question.
From help people, you know what I'm saying, from help people preventing suicides to being a pillar in the community, bro. Like your list of accolades is far and wide. You know what I'm saying. But I know at the end of the day, you want people when they think about Rebere Sparks. You know what I'm saying. What do you want them to remember?
Yeah, for sure. So I definitely want to be known for. I say this is what's coming to my mind right now. One of the biggest quotes that stands out to me is "Adversity introduces a man to himself."
Ooh.
And
I
think
that's
that
the title of the episode. Right
yes,
there.
Is it right there?
Down.
Okay. Let me see on my cash app there,
I'm telling y'all all day we've been passing the collection plate. He's been preaching to y'all. Y'all definitely make sure y'all tap in.
No, but that quote is something that's been sticking with me for the past few years. Adversity introduces a man to himself. So no matter what it is that you encounter, go through it, attack it. You know what I mean? You can go through something hard. You can experience something hard. You can get through it, push through it. All right, and because it's not gonna be for you, and that may sound cliche, but everything you go through ain't for you. It's for somebody else. And if you got a heart and you care for people, man, I think we all here, man, to serve one another. I think we here actually for each other. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I would say that. And on the legacy, obviously a growing man and father. You know what I'm saying? A good father. I want my kids to be able to speak highly of me. I see these guys on ESPN crying about their dads. Yeah, I want my kids crying about me.
Like
I want my kids crying about me, man. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be a good man to my woman. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a good man. I want a woman to be able to speak highly of me. I want her to be able to be real. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have our ups and downs. I want to be real, but to be able to say like, okay, I saw some growth in this man and this man. I want to be able to be like, you think about Coretta Scott King. She got respect because of her man. He wasn't even perfect, right? You know what I'm saying? Even Malcolm X, his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like Obama. Obama's. And I'm sure these men weren't perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was one of those things to where that woman was like, look, this is a great man. You know what I'm saying? So that's huge for me. And then I want this my business to be something that my kids can take on. And be able to be like, hey, I want to do it. My kids are super athletic. They like ridiculously athletic. And so with this,
4 miles in the hot sun.
And they was like, Daddy, I'm like, man, be quiet, boy. But they push through. But that piece, the insurance, and I want them to just be where they gonna be, man. Be great and be able to speak. I want to know somebody that had purpose. That's it. That accomplishes purpose.
Bro, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, bro. This bring me on the show, man. You know what I'm saying?
This is a good episode. You know what I'm saying? This is a good episode.
You held it down. You did your thing.
I appreciate y'all. And I want to say thank y'all for being on this show. This is amazing. Y'all doing an amazing job, though. Y'all doing an amazing job. I've been seeing y'all post. I've been doing this for a while. I know y'all do the events. You know what I mean? That's dope. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to encourage y'all, man, to keep doing that. You know what I mean? It's definitely impacting the community. People may not even be saying anything, but they're definitely watching. That's some people
we know that.
They're watching. They're like, man, that's actually dope, but they ain't saying nothing yet, right? And it's cool. You don't need them to say nothing, but just know that y'all doing y'all thing, man.
We appreciate
and it's definitely impacting people watching for sure.
We appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't close better than that, you know what I'm saying? So I know we got to pay some bills. Do your thing. Outro killer now. Outro killer. Come on.
Sit here with 2 grown men and I got to pay the bills. Ain't that something?
Right.
No, just kidding, y'all. For sure. So we definitely want to shout out the show sponsors. This particular episode, we cannot close out without shouting out our sponsor for this episode, Sparks to Flame. If you guys are seeing athleticism in either yourself or the children that you are impacting, please make sure that you guys reach out. It's definitely a whole experience when it comes to educating and elevating and actually building on the discipline, focus, and consistency of an athlete or anything within that we can pull on out. We definitely want to make sure that we check out Sparks to Flame. We also want to give a huge shout out to our family. You can say competitors if you want to, but that's family over at Blend-ish. Make sure you guys check out the podcast. It's something special for a little bit of everybody's ears. But when it comes to going through real honest situations and their take on how to deal with it and teaching you how to kind of get through it. You're going to go through it regardless, but getting through it is something different. And at Blend-ish, they really have a wonderful raw perspective of actually getting you to it. Y'all know me, glass almost empty. This is the only time we're having the glass less than half full. It's wonderful. At 2U Wines, that's 4425 Mayfield Road, South Euclid, Ohio, 44121. Black owned, women owned, and our most talented team on the scene, Gang Official. Gang. Carson's Delight. We got premium popcorn, different flavors, also only exclusively available at 2U Wines. Yes. We got the wine slushies, we got the wine tastings, we got wine down Wednesdays. Specials coming soon. We outside. Patio is open. Charcuterie included. Even if you can't spell or pronounce it, make sure you come through and get it. Y'all, it's a vibe. Just save me 1 bottle of the Black Rim. Y'all know that's my Beneficial Bay Cabernet. It say closer and close on the bottle, but y'all know that's what I love to drink when it comes to when it comes to video business. Now, with everything, we talk about the Great Resignation. We've been talking about the recession and oncoming depression, maybe. What we definitely want to do is talk about generational wealth, legacy, building businesses, and building something sustainable for you, your family. We talk about 100 homeowners here in the city, and we can't have a conversation without my bro Brandon at Not Your Average Agent. If you guys do not follow, make sure you hit him up on IG and tell him I sent you, because he think his marketing is better than mine. But at Not Your Average Agent, we call him that because you don't gotta be ready when you come to the table. You just gotta be willing. Not only does he get you all the way together as far as finding and walking through the houses and the whole buying process with you, he also gets you ready as far as like credit building and things of that nature to kind of position you to be ready for whatever service that you think you might be willing to take advantage of when the opportunity comes available. On top of that, we've got our people behind the scenes, behind the cameras. Shout out to our boy Steve. That's Alien Eyes Photos. His literally is out of this world when it comes to commemorating an experience, from your headshots, your regular family photos, your event photo shoots, your brand and photography for anything as far as your products and anything in between. This is the guy you definitely need to see. That's Alien Eyes with a Z Photos. On top of him, y'all know I can't forget my girl Angie. That is my human drone. Where is Arlo? Is where she is on Instagram. This lady will jump a freeway, walk through the sand castles to get you every shot you need when it comes to Vogue, editorial style, high fashion photo shoots. This is the one you absolutely need to know. Other than that, we got myself Beneficial Bay. If you guys are looking to targeted list building, sales funnel setup, or anything you need as far as organic marketing, so you ain't wasting money on Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube ads. You know, we put you all the way together so your revenue and your profit can kind of be similar, where you ain't making all this money and spending it right back out the door. We gonna make sure that we put you in a position to grow and build your business in a sustainable way. On top of that, y'all, we got my girl Kanisha at All Occasions 216. She don't play, y'all. She don't play. She got the marquee letters, the tables, the chairs. Anything you need to make your an event and experience, one that people will be talking about, taking pictures at. Anything you need, from the balloon arches to just the regular, I need 6 rounds and 10 chairs to go with them. That is the one you absolutely need to know. Y'all know when we do our events, and every part of the photo ops that y'all get, it's definitely at All Occasions 216. The last person I want to shout out is our brand sponsor at Social Master. When it comes to building, growing, and marketing your business, paper cards and paper flyers, ain't nobody checking for nothing that you left on their windshield while they was at the club, y'all. And I love y'all to death, but we gotta get better with that.
Yeah, right.
This episode, if nothing else, has told us different ways to game plan and get better. So, Social Master is a credit card type of business card. You pull it out your wallet or just let their phone get close enough to it. It's an NFC QR code. They scan it with their phone. It opens up a link which will take them to not only your website, but your social media handles, all of your payment as far as like PayPal, Cash App, anything that you actually need, all of your actual physical address, 281-330-8004 if you might jump, okay? We gonna let them save all your contact information for sure. And what's so great, even if they walk away from you, the tab is still open. So when they go to Google that long word, like amalgamation that Brandon keeps using, they'll go to Google it and see that your contact information is, add another tab, because they know they got to get back in touch with you. Make sure you guys hit them up and use the links below so they know that the Pull-Up Experience sent you. Yes. When it comes to anything else, we definitely just want to say thank you so much for continuing to support us. You guys are what makes this worthwhile. We spend a lot of time, and we've been trying to figure out the balance from all of the important people and things in our lives to make sure that we bring to you quality people and quality introductions of all the things that are going on in Cleveland, because like I say all the time, it's more to Cleveland than LeBron and Bone Thugs. This is one of the main people sparking conversations, Mr. Rebere Sparks himself. But I definitely just want to say thank you for coming on. I ran my mouth enough, y'all. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say.
Outro Killer did it again, y'all.
Killed that, though.
One take Drake.
I'm over here like, I'm looking for the screen. Like, is it like one of them invisible joints?
Sheesh. Y'all do it all the time, for sure. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for pulling up on this.
No doubt.
We
glad I pulled up.
We needed this tonight. We needed
We did. We absolutely did. Episode 58.
58. Period. Less than a year, 58 episodes in. Consistency will get you everywhere you need to be. And if you got a problem with that, get up at 5 a.m. and hit up Spurs and Play. They gonna keep you on your toes.
We gonna definitely do that.
They gonna put you all the way together, for sure. I can't close it out no better. What y'all think?
Hey, listen,
Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think you did.
She did it again,
I don't think you did.
Until next time, y'all. We'll see y'all next week, all right?
Bye.
Later. That was dope.
That was good. You were